Chosen men aren't meant to fit in. You were never designed to blend with the crowd. You were built to stand out. That's why you feel misunderstood. You weren't made for popularity. You were made for purpose. When God places a calling on your life, He doesn't consult the crowd. He separates you, not to shame you, but to shape you. What feels like rejection is often God's redirection, because every chosen man walks through a season of separation before he steps into his assignment. Think about David. He wasn't anointed in front of the people who praised him. He was anointed in front of the people who forgot him. While his brothers stood tall in the lineup, David was left tending sheep. But it was in that solitude, away from applause, that God was preparing him for Goliath. You see, when you're chosen, obscurity is part of your training. God hides His best soldiers before He sends them into battle. Maybe you're there right now. Friends fading, doors closing, opportunities disappearing. And you're wondering, God, did I do something wrong? No, you did something right. You answered the call. And the moment you said yes to your purpose, heaven marked you, and hell noticed. That's why life started shifting. The isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation. Mark 1:35 says, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus went off to a solitary place where He prayed." Even Jesus, the Son of God, had to step away from the crowd to stay close to the Father. So if you find yourself walking alone, understand this: God walks closer to those He separates. The crowd can't go where you're going. They weren't built for your mountain. The chosen man learns that silence is sacred, that solitude is strength, that the wilderness isn't a waste of time, it's a weapon. Every private battle is a rehearsal for public victory. Every quiet prayer is a seed for future impact. So don't curse your isolation. Use it. Let it refine your focus. Let it strengthen your faith. Let it remind you that before God reveals you, He must first renew you. Maybe the reason you feel alone isn't because God abandoned you. It's because He's inviting you deeper. He's saying, "Let me be your source. Let me be your audience. Let me be enough." Because when you learn to walk with God alone, you'll never walk empty again. This is the beginning of your becoming. You're not being overlooked. You're being hand-picked. You're not being rejected. You're being redirected. You're not forgotten. You're being formed. So stand tall, chosen man. Embrace the silence. Trust the process. Because every lonely road leads to a divine encounter. And when God calls you to stand alone, it's only because He is preparing you to stand for something greater. If this message spoke to your spirit, type "I'm still chosen" in the comments. And remember, this is just the beginning of the journey.